Tigers in Stony High School. May you please stand for the playing of our national anthem. Question number 1, Bryson Lee. Guard, 5'11", team number 4, corner 3. Guard, 6'2", sophomore, number 12, Salil. Forward, 6'4", sophomore, number 1. Owen, guard, 5'8", team number 22, Jake. Head coach is Coach McNeil. And now for your Stony Point Tigers. Guard, number 1, Joe Davis. Guard, junior, number 3, Chase Rothside. Forward, senior, number 5, RJ sophomore, number 15, Carter Jones. Forward, number 21, junior, Blake Rush.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a Wednesday edition of Tiger basketball. Gonna get underway here. McNeil controls the tip straight to Torrance Green, and he goes in, and ball tipped out right away. It will be Tiger basketball. Tyler Ross is with you here on Vype. Ball tipped out of play there. Ball being swung around. We're just trying to get some, there's a ball stolen there. We're just trying to get a roster confirmation here from McNeil. Talking with one of the parents on this side. Looks like a kid is right on cue, number 22. Just promoted from JV, so his number was not on the roster, so we'll have to keep a correction there and check on that during halftime. RJ Claude going corner, some nice ball movement here. Brosh, three-pointer off the mark. Good look there. Tips it straight to the Mustangs, going all the way. Brosh in there with the block, going back the other way. Claude tried to go Euro step with it, and just kind of a messy game. Got our first shooting foul of the night. In and out, and a full 5-on-5 line change for Coach Graham and the Tigers. 5:04 left, still just 3-0. Make it 4-0 on the three-pointer and the free throw. Oliver James in. Here is Devin Lineberger. Nice spin move inside. Awkward shot goes up, and offensive rebounds there from Caden Spikes. Inside, Lineberger trying to find Spikes across the lane pass. Those are usually dangerous, and this one taken away, and a foul. On Spikes. Joshua Marshall and Caleb Ringer also in, along with Oliver James, Caden Spikes, and Lineberger. Shot is no good. Ringer coming back the other way. Marshall goes in. Layup is good. Quick first step there from Mr. Marshall. And Tigers get on the board, nearing the halfway point in the first quarter. Nice dump down pass. Green to Sahil Teresia. James nearly loses it. Marshall, three-pointer. Marshall with 5 points in about 15 seconds. Owen Atale handles. Now we'll go set the screen. Lineberger was enough to adjust the shot. Coming back the other way. Ringer to Marshall. Wanted it. Now drives. Down to Lineberger. Nice pass. Can't get it to fall. Lineberger goes up and gets fouled. Boy, that was... I think he might have been a little bit surprised at how open he was after that pass from Marshall underneath the basket. Easy layup. And just a bit too hard off the glass from Lineberger, who go to the line to shoot two. We don't have our usual scorekeepers. We don't have our usual, I guess, kind of atmosphere either. We didn't have a JV game before this with the weather affecting the game yesterday. 3:21 to go here in the first. And a couple substitutions made for the Mavericks. Hope wherever you are, you're staying warm, staying away from the ice. Know those sidewalks were very slippery, at least in my neck of the woods, as Lineberger gives the Tigers a lead. We're glad to be back with you. Glad to be back in the 60s as well. As we're nearing the end, February right around the corner, just a few more games left, and a 5 count. Torrance Green not noticing the count. Spikes wasn't really applying the pressure, but was within the arm's length. Three minutes left to go here in the first. Dump down pass to Spikes. Spikes goes in, then will be fouled. Braxton Blue, 6'5" freshman, is going to be called. Again, mentioned our scorekeepers and kind of the clock situation. If you can see in the upper left-hand corner there, right underneath the sponsors, we're in volleyball mode with one and match underneath. I'm not sure how we got moved from over there, but substitutions here. 2:55 to go as Spikes misses the first and misses both. Lineberger fights for the rebound. Ringer's in there as well, but is rebounded by Grayson Fell, who just checked in. Torrance Green, the 5'11 senior, has really been the one to make this offense work. He will go against Oliver James and drop the shoulder. Little too much contact from the offensive player there, and it's going the other way. 2:41 left. Ringer, dangerous pass, nearly stolen. Spikes is going to be called with the travel. Very sloppy game here to start off early on. Maybe it's just the fact that we're playing on a Wednesday instead of a Tuesday. And again, both these teams will play on Friday. Green. Three-pointer in the corner from Fell is good. Mavericks back on top, 2:20 to go. Marshall. Double team, finds Ringer. Ringer floater in the lane, no good. Spikes in there for the offensive rebound, and Green saves it. Fell with the pass down low, and that's a travel. Dhruv Kashyap just kind of caught between two minds. Claude comes in, Spikes goes out. It's a matchup between the 7th and 8th teams in the district. That's a double dribble. Tigers sitting at 7th, McNeil sitting in 8th. Tigers are 3-7, McNeil 2-8. So this is a chance for McNeil to flip spots if they so choose to have the tiebreaker. Pemberton just with some extra accessories needing to be taken off. Seven to 9 here. Tigers down 2 with 1:45 left here in this first quarter. Tyler Alsis with you here on Vype, and again, not the usual crowd we're expecting on a Wednesday, not the usual DJ or pregame atmosphere, but expecting a good game here. Lineberger's pass is up, and Pemberton makes an incredible save, but right to a Maverick. Back the other way, up and in is Jasek Witt. 11-7. Both these teams. As that one being turned over, and the Tigers just do not look in sync. And we got a tip ball. The official on the far side just wanted to converse, and we're going to have Tiger ball going back the other way. Ringer to Pemberton. And trips over his own feet. He's going a little bit too fast. Back the other way is Witt, up and under. Did a nice job to avoid the contact, did Witt. Lineberger. Up and one for Mr. Lineberger. Using the body contact and then creating space. 46 seconds left, and Lineberger will go to finish the play. Tigers have lost 4 straight. McNeil has lost 3 straight. We're going to have a timeout, though, before Lineberger shoots the free throws. We'll keep it right here. Again, McNeil sitting in 8th place, 2-8 in the district. They do have the better record, though, at 14-14. Last game was a 5-point loss at home against Round Rock. 14-14 record, and just about the same amount of points per game as given up. They are 3-7 in away games, and Stony Point is 3-4 at home. Stony Point lost their last one here last Tuesday, 61-54. On Friday. 61 to 54 against Vista Ridge. And they'll take on Cedar Ridge on Friday, and then we'll be right back for the rematch against Maynard. That was a victory earlier on in the season, 43-41 for the Tigers. Lineberger puts that one in 13-10. Still one possession game. Tigers as Claude gets the steal there. James looking to reset. No look pass down low to Ringer, who is in trouble, finds Foster. Here's Foster, jumper is no good. And Witt with the rebound. These two teams put up some exciting matchups last year. This was, as I believe that's going to be Lineberger with the foul. 7 seconds left as we're going to have a substitution. We'll get to more on the games from last year after these 7 seconds of the first quarter. We got 5. And that's a travel. The James Harden step back, or side step. 2.3 seconds left. Foster put up a look and fire, and off the mark. Tigers will stay down by 3 points as we head to the second quarter here on Vype. Stay tuned. Back to action here in the Tiger Den. Tyler Elsis with you here on Vype, and take a moment for one of our sponsors. No Time for Social has been serving clients in Round Rock, Central Texas, and nationwide for over 12 years. Our digital marketing and advertising services help companies grow and maintain their presence with content and paid advertising. To learn more, visit notimeforsocial.com or email info@notimeforsocial.com. Loose ball turns into a jump ball, and James will take a seat. Joe Davis will come back on. Possession favors the Mavericks. Talked about last year's games just a tad. The combined score of those games was 194 as basket's good for the Mavericks. They push their lead to 5. Combined score was 194 to 87 last year. That was a 100 to 39 victory and a 94 to 48 victory, both for the Tigers. So just a touch lower of the scoring, if you will. Pemberton with the pass out of bounds. Brosh will come in. Pemberton will take a seat. 15-10. Minute into the second quarter. Green off the screen. Davis gets a hand, and they're tied up. And the 5'11" senior will take free throws for the Mavericks. Thinking forward to next week as the first one is missed. Next week on Tuesday, Manor Mustangs will come here. That game's at 7 o'clock. Mentioned Cedar Ridge. That one's going to be at Cedar Ridge this Friday at 7, so you have a quick back-to-back, or 2 games in 3 days, really. As the lead grows to 6, 16-10. Davis comes in, tries to dump it down. And again, just turnover after turnover for the Tigers. It is an ugly basketball game. Brosh goes to double. One-handed pass to Green. Three-pointer is up and good. Brosh back the other way. Gets a 2 to fall. And going up, fouled on the way to the basket. Cooper Cole at the scores table for the Mavericks. This is the first one up and good. Replacing Torrance Green. Cole, a 6'2" junior. Second one is missed. Up and can't get it to fall. That was Talreja. Davis. As McNeil set up like a 1-3-1. Tigers can't really find their way. Brosh finds a corner. That's a perfect spot. Not the perfect shot though. Spikes. Has to get his body turned around. Goes up. Gets it back and fouled from behind. Going up for the shot. He'll go ahead and shoot 2 free throws. Even though he missed the basket, I do say I gotta like Brosh's relocation there. Saw it was a 1-3-1. And in those 1-3-1, you just have to find where the defenders are. And it sounds simple as Spikes makes the first, cuts it to 7. Brosh did a nice job seeing that corner was open. If you were with us a couple games ago, I can't remember which game it was, but Brosh had 4 or 5 3-pointers, and I believe he finished with 21 that game. And that far corner is where he did most of his damage. 1 for 2 for Caden Spikes. Three-pointer is up and good for Owen Atale. Up to double figures for the first time. Quad. That one tipped, still being fought over. Talreja is fighting for that one the whole way. And getting the basket. Brosh, too long that time. Cole. Kick it to Witt, his 3-pointer off the mark. Talreja's in there. And up and in. Owen Atale pushes the lead to 27-13, and Tigers call a timeout. Full timeout will take a moment to recognize our other sponsor, Ally Medical ER. Ally Medical ER is proud to support the Stony Point Tigers this season. Open 24/7, Ally Medical is a full-service emergency room located just 5 minutes from Stony Point High School. With on-site labs, ultrasound, CT scan, and x-rays, their board-certified physicians deliver fast answers and compassionate expert care. Ally Medical ER wishes the Stony Point basketball team and fans a safe and exciting year. Go Tigers! Back to action. I believe it was 10-13 at half, and it has been all McNeil since then, as the Mavericks have gotten hot from deep and have applied the defensive pressure. Skipping it over to Jones. Tigers just way spaced out. You want to be spaced out in the zone, but you also want to be able to pass the ball. A lot of ball pressure being applied by McNeil. Foster, deep three is good. That was good at the college range. Latale off the front iron. Back the other way, Davis. Had James called trailer. Three-pointer back-to-back for the Tigers, cutting it down to 8. Nice defense there. Jump ball by Mr. Lineberger and James. Again, James definitely not going to wow anybody with his size. He is listed at 5'6". But I tell you what, he's got some of the quickest feet, some quick hands. And can just be a pest. And sometimes those are the worst defenders to play against. Davis, push from behind, trying to just weave his way in and out of traffic. Actually, we don't have the foul count. Again, we have volleyball terminology up on the board. We have one and match, and one is where the foul should be. Going back the other way is Jones. He's going to foul on the inbounds. Ringer will come in. Davis will check out. Oh, nope. It'll be Jones who checks out. 3 minutes exactly left before the half. Tigers cut it to 8 after back-to-back threes. McNeil has not scored as that went off the mark from Cole. Mavericks have not scored since the timeout. That one tipped away by Fell. It'll stay with the Tigers. 2:30 to go. Davis. James, who's off the mark. Witt going back the other way, stopped by Foster. Atale. Fell. Turns and shoots. This is short. Davis. foul going to the board. Or going to the rack. James was looking to drive, and Cole will commit the foul and take a seat. He'll stay with the Tigers. Tigers just being too complacent as McNeil is applying all the pressure on defense. Davis, little fadeaway jumper, was there, no good. And Lineberger is hugged from behind by Christian Fleming. James, nice pass down low. Ringer can't get it to fall. Fleming with the rebound. That was a nice look by Ringer. Nice from Fleming to stay vertical there. His size and length altered that one. Green. Looking to drive, ducks underneath and can't get it to fall. Tigers have a fast break opportunity. Davis up and in. And back the other way. Offensive foul is Fleming doing one of those walking seals you see from big men sometimes. Sometimes you get away with it. This time he did not. Just kind of going down. Lineberger was trying to pursue. .53 seconds left. It's a 6-point deficit for the Tigers, who were down by as many as 13. Not a great pass there from Davis as he picked up the dribble, tried to throw it cross court. Here's Green left alone. And connects 30-21. James. Ringer, three-pointer in and out. Well, that was halfway down. 10 seconds left. Green. Got a fire and a connect. 3 seconds left. Foster will heave a prayer and nearly goes in off the backboard. But the Mavericks push it back to double figures. 33-21 is our score going into the half. Tigers trail to the visitors. Take a quick break and come back for the second half action here on Vype. Stay tuned. Final 10 seconds being run off the clock here. At halftime, it is a 12-point lead for the visiting McNeil Mavericks. Again, came into this one in 8th place at 2-8, 14-14 overall. Stony Point is 7th, 3-7 in the district, 4-22 overall. Both teams on a losing streak. McNeil's at 3, Stony Point's at 4. You wouldn't guess that from McNeil, judging by how they finished that second quarter. It was a flurry of baskets, kind of traded runs from teams. Coach Graham called a timeout in that second quarter. It was a flurry of baskets by the Mavericks, and now McNeil with the lead up to 14 now. Foster off the mark. Rebound by Braxton Blue. Let's find a teammate up and in. It's 37-21. McNeil is opening it up here. The defensive pressure has been a major factor of that. Brosh in the corner. Hands of Atale, tips it right though to Brosh, and that'll stay with the Tigers. 7:03. Foster will dump it down to Lineberger, who can't get it to fall, gets his own rebound, loses it, going up. Davis. Kick it out to Brosh, who was well defended. Floater in the lane by Foster is good. That's where the Tigers have been struggling so far tonight, has been the inside game. They've gotten a couple three-pointers to go. This one finds its way out. Off the mark, gets his own rebound, up and out. And the Tigers have a 3-on-1. Now a 2-on-1. Foster will go in. Foul on Torrance Green. It'll be 2 free throws for Mr. Jace Foster. Again, kind of a subdued crowd, I guess. The JV game didn't really get us going tonight. There was no JV game last night. No JV game before this one. Foster makes the first. It's a tough stretch, though. 2 games in 3 days, but it was looking promising for the Tigers, as second one is up and good, too, as McNeil is sitting at 8th place, and Manor, who is sitting dead last, is a team you already beaten. They're who you play next Tuesday, with Cedar Ridge smacked in between. A nice dump down, up and slightly over the rim. We'll still call that a dunk by Mr. Braxton Blue. Tigers have just looked befuddled by this defense McNeil's putting up. Just have not had clean looks, clean passes all night. 6:03 on the clock as Blue will take a seat. Fleming will check in. Fleming, 6'6" sophomore, and Braxton Blue, a 6'5" freshman, so they're big men. Are definitely the youngest and some solid players. Up and laid in. Another fast break for McNeil. Yeah, this number 22 wasn't on the roster until very recently. Actually, this afternoon was bumped up from the JV squad, so was not on their official roster. Brosh, 3-pointers off the mark. Foster the rebound. He can't get it to fall again. Just nothing going right for the Tigers. Deficit is 16, and some substitutions as Drew Kashop will check in. Tried to go Fleming with the lob, and Jones will reach in and force the free throws. Just 25 points for the Tigers. They finished the second quarter with 21. They average 47 and give up 63. Their opponents, McNeil, right at about 57 and 55 for points scored and points given up. As lead grows to 18. Davis doing a lot of dribbling to Lineberger. Goes right at Fleming and can't get the lip. Again, it has just been that kind of night. Lineberger kicks it out to Jones. His three-pointer off the mark. Foster is landed on hard, and Fleming took a hit on the ground. That was either an elbow or a backside that we heard. It was painful. As we'll have some substitutions as Fleming's going to get looked at. Foster will be the shooter as Fleming just trying to gather himself. Those pump fakes are so lethal when you get a big guy like Fleming up in the air and he's just jogging off. He's got to make his way to the bench. So Fleming will check out of the game. Foster will shoot the free throws as we look to have a fresh five come in for the Tigers. For the five check-in, Ashton Arvey is going to check in for Foster. As Foster goes 2 for 2. Only Tiger that has not played tonight is Gavin Victorian. Nice tip there, Marshall. Arvey, the floater over the long arms of Arvey. Marshall going right in and fouled, driving in. 4.5 minutes as this third quarter progresses. Sahil Talreja picks up the foul. Marshall is out to Ringer, had spikes down low and turns the ball over. Green turns the ball over and just got carried into the defender, Marshall, who stole the ball. The foul on Green just kind of harkens back to that first quarter. It was an ugly first quarter. And are we already at fouls? We must be at the bonus. And we don't have the benefit of the scoreboard telling us fouls tonight, so Tigers will be in the bonus for the last 4:19. Perhaps this is a way they can make a dent in this deficit. 18 points is what we sit at. Marshall goes 0 for 2. Green. So Reja drives. Will drive in and run over Oliver James. That'd be an offensive foul. Grayson Fell will check in for the Mavericks. This was 33-21 at the half. It's a 12-6 advantage in this quarter. It was a 20-11 advantage in the second quarter. James thought about it. Now no look to Spikes in the corner. Kick it back out to James. RV, three-pointer off the mark. And the smallest man on the court, James, gonna drive in, go amongst the trees again. Can't get it to fall. It bounces off the back iron. Just too hard from Ringer. Here's RV. What they say, fourth or fifth or sixth times the charms. I don't know how many times they had it. Now full court pressure from the Tigers. Atale goes straight to James. This man was cutting. Weak pass could not find its way to James, and it'll stay with the Tigers off the Mavericks. RV, floater can't go. Again, something about this rim is blocked there against Jasek Witt. Will get called for the foul. Not with the block. He got all ball up top, but the referee saying it was the forearm down to the midsection on the way up. Spikes. Again, this basket on the right side has been unforgiving on free throws, layups. Usually free throws are what a team kind of count on to kind of reset, see the ball go through the hoop. And just nothing. Nothing doing so far. And the Mavericks will give it right back. James, down low to Spikes. Again, off the mark, just point blank range and can't do anything. And a charge the other way. RV in the corner. Kicks it out. Marshall has a good look. In and out. Ringer tips it out. But right to a Maverick. And blocked off the backboard. Boy, could have called travel there. We'll get Marshall, though, with the body contact. Again, I think it was that offhand. And again, referee just explained that to James now, is saying it was the offhand. Got one hand on the ball, the other hand on a whole bunch of arm. Reason why there could have been a travel there is you took one dribble from the three-point line and kind of skipped your feet. It's not two dribbles, it's two steps on the way towards the layup, and in my opinion, just a few extra steps there. Same thing here. There's the right amount of steps and the throwdown. Oh my goodness, now blocked that time. Again, that's 22 for McNeil, was just upgraded from JV at game time. And it's not listed in the roster, but making his presence known with that jam. It is. Now they have 49-29, I believe. Should be 48-29. Marshall makes the first. We'll have full line change. Foster will check in for Marshall. Marshall misses that one, and it will stay with the Tigers. Marshall will check in, or excuse me, check out. Davis will check in. Foster in the corner, gets it out. In trouble. Minute 30 left here in the third. Claude kicks it to Foster. This is better ball movement. Floater in the lane is good from Chase Foster. Three-pointer in and out as Witt tries to connect. Davis, again, seeing the half-court trap that McNeil's applying. Deep three-pointer off the mark. Claude is fouled. Loose ball. Tigers will be in the bonus. Again, Tigers might not want to look at the free throw numbers after this game. Claude will go 1 for 2. 50 seconds left here in the third. This has drug on as we've had a lot of fouls. Tigers have been in the bonus for about 4.5 minutes. Ball out of bounds with 38 seconds left. Tigers applying the squeeze there. Atale for 3. Foster. It's it blocked. Davis. Brosh. Foster. It's it blocked by Witt, and it'll be out of bounds. McNeil ball with 5 seconds left. Up by 19. And no shot. As we go to the fourth quarter, here on Vype, Tigers down by 19. Final 8 minutes here in the Tiger Den, 19-point deficit as the Tigers were outscored 19-12 there in the third quarter. Lineberger drives in. Easy layup's not going to be so easy. Again, this basket is unforgiving. Cooper Cole. Braxton Blue can't get it to fall. Foster back the other way. Claude, no hesitation, three off the mark. Rebound Cole. Cole hangs in the air and gets it to fall. Lineberger going in, gets the roll to go. Yeah, Tigers average 47 points per game. And are approaching that here, 12 points away. It'll be Tiger ball. And giving up 63, which McNeil is approaching, and there's a 16-point deficit throughout the season, throughout now the 27th game of the season. Not going to win many basketball games. It's been an offensive struggle tonight. Lineberger going up and in, almost a mirror image of what he just did. And we're down to 17 as all Tigers have played now as Gavin Victorian is in on the far side. Cole. Atale rattles in a three. Timeout McNeil. We'll take a moment for our sponsors. Again, No Time for Social has been serving clients in Round Rock, Central Texas, and nationwide for over 12 years. Our digital marketing and advertising services help companies grow and maintain their presence with content and paid advertising. To learn more, visit notimeforsocial.com or email info@notimeforsocial.com. Also want to note Ally Medical ER. Ally Medical ER is proud to support the Stony Point Tigers this season. Open 24/7, Ally Medical is a full-service emergency room located just 5 minutes from Stony Point High School. With on-site labs, ultrasound, CT scan, and x-rays, their board-certified physicians deliver fast answers and compassionate, expert care. Ally Medical ER wishes the Stony Point basketball team and fans a safe and exciting year. Go Tigers! Again, while we have a moment, I want to mention the upcoming games. Stony Point going to take on Cedar Ridge this Friday. Their second game in 3 days, and then be back here against Manor, a team they defeated by 43-41 earlier this season. Cole will kick out off the mark from Torrance Green, rebound Lineberger. And Lineberger, outlet pass to his bench. McNeil going to take on Vandergrift on Friday. That game's at McNeil, game at 7 p.m. Again, this is 7th and 8th place teams in the district. Up and under from Torrance Green. Marshall hangs in the air, but can't get it to fall. James, layup cannot go. Marshall in there with the jump ball. It'll be Maverick basketball. Just looking more decisive, more crisp with their passes from start to finish. It was an ugly first quarter for both teams, really. As I think Victoria might have got a piece of that. Again, and James will throw that into his own bench. Claude will check in for Jones. Chisholm-Gotti Amina will check in for the first time, number 23 Down below also Evan Kalin, a couple seniors for McNeil. Justin Bowie in as well. He's got a top of the key. Cole, down low, underneath. There's Amina, first basket of the game. 61-37. Claude, is that the third pass that's been thrown into the Tiger bench? This is just not one to watch the tape back on. This is one to forget. Amina falls away. Claude, fadeaway three, no good. Lineberger's there with the rebound. Goes up and fouled. 4 minutes left. Lineberger has been stymied by this rim, specifically this side of the rim. For most of the night, had a couple easy ones on the left side. This has just not been a shooter's game for the Stony Point Tigers as RV and Spikes check in. Abiram Yalamanchali is going to check in. I hope I said that correctly. Number 14. And I believe that's all McNeil Mavericks playing, or have played this game. Cooper Cole. Dump down and kick ball. Will stay with the Mavericks. 3:45. As it's a 23-point advantage for the visitors. Cole. And held from behind. Yalamanchali going to go to the free throw line. Misses the first, and Samith Kenduri checks in now, and now I believe it's just going through my lineup here. Actually, I think they have one more on the roster, and Tae Chong, who's in a walking boot right now. So all available players have played for both sides now. Lineberger fouled from behind. Yalamanchali will pick up that foul. And Lineberger will go to the line. Again, just a couple more games left in the season as Lineberger makes the first. We just have two left here. Stony Point and Maine are going to take on, they're going to play here at the Tiger Den on February 3rd. And then wrapping it up against Westwood on February 10th. Bowie lost it, and it was over back. Ringer tipped away and out of bounds. Bowie was looking to go the other way. Lineberger going inside, right hand, no good. Yalamanchili with the rebound. Really hope I'm saying that because I think I'm doing an excellent job getting that out. Kanduri turns it over. 2-on-1, Ringer. Up and in. Kalen turns that over, and now it's a 3-on-1. Ringer and one, fouled from behind. Got hit in the face there, holding his left eye. Kanduri will check out, and Cooper Cole will check in. 2:19 left to go. It's a 17-point game. Lineberger hits it back, can't finish. Spikes is in there, falls to Bowie. Kalen. And ball finds its way out to Cole, off the mark, rebound to RV. Spikes, taken away by Kalen. And Spikes fights his way back. Pokes it from behind. Minute 50 left. Tigers keeping this interesting. Definitely not gonna let this game go lightly. And a timeout called by Coach Maxwell for McNeil. 30-second timeout. We'll step aside. Minute 50 left here from the Tiger Den. Kalen, three-pointer off the mark. Rebounded by Ringer. RV. And James poked in the eye. Not in the bonus yet. Final 90 seconds ticking off. James gets it to Ringer. Kicks it out. RV to James. Top of the key, no good. Rebound and put back in. I gotta say, one area that the Tigers are doing fantastic is in offensive rebounds. Just can't finish as Yalamanchili will score. Final 60 seconds here. James, dump off to Lineberger, who is fouled. Yalamanchili will pick up another foul. (63-46). Nearly right at the Tigers' season averages in points for and points allowed. And they match it here, 47 averaged and 63 given up throughout 26 games so far. And here in game 27, looks like they will drop to 4-23, 3-8 in the district. McNeil will improve to 3-8. They'll swap the 7 and 8 spots. McNeil has a tiebreaker. Cole to Kalen. Got to get it over half court, and they do. Gallimanchili, Euro step around, no good. Rebound up and in from Amina. Kickball will stay with McNeil. Snagged there by Cole. Coach Maxwell saying no shot, and Amina will not oblige, but had the open look there. Lineberger, three-pointer, up and off the mark. White ball with 0.9 seconds left. That's how we'll end it here, though. 67-48, going to be our final score. Lineberger up, tried to go for the emphatic dunk. Referees looking at it said they would have ran that 0.9 off and probably would have called the game there, but in any case, that's the final score, 67-48 from the Tiger Den here. Tigers will fall to 4-23 and take on Cedar Ridge 2 days from now at 7 o'clock at Cedar Ridge. We'll be back here Tuesday against Manor, that game at 7 o'clock as well. Hope everyone's staying warm and staying off the ice as it melts away here in Central Texas. We'll be back with another presentation of high school basketball down the line. I hope to see you there. This has been a production of high school basketball here on Vype. Have a good night.